Hey, what's up guys, it's Nick2, long time no see, and today I'm going to be making a really quick video going over a few tips on how you can get from level 30 to 40 really quickly when you're just hopping into the new expansion. I was able to get to level 40 in about 4 hours, but if you follow some of these tips and avoid the mistakes that I personally made, you can easily get to level 40 in about 3 hours or so, but 3 to 4 hours is probably where most people are going to end up. Before I get into it, I'd like to mention that I do stream daily on Twitch, so if you want to ask me questions, watch me make builds, see what I'm farming for, or anything like that, feel free to check me out over at Twitch at twitch.tv/nick2. I'd love to see more of you guys around. Also, if anybody's wanting help leveling up, creating new builds, farming for new gear, or anything, email me at nick2biz@gmail.com and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about gear. All of the gear that your level 30 character currently has is going to be completely different than it used to be. Your build is just simply not going to function the way that it used to. All the talents are going to be different, all the roles are going to be different, you're going to have different brand sets, all your mods are going to be different, etc, etc. Or the brand sets have different roles rather. I'll of course make a guide on what's good in the upcoming days and what you should be looking out for. But I highly recommend, as for right now, just quickly piecing together a build with some high weapon damage, crit chance, headshot damage, etc. And some good talents just make the first few levels a little bit easier on yourself. What's going to be good for you is kind of going to depend on if you're playing with a group or not. Some of the talents are really good solo and some of them aren't too great when you're in a group. And TLDR, I don't even know all of the talents that are available right now. I haven't gone through and looked at all of them, but a few honorable mentions that I've seen while leveling that are pretty strong are for weapon talents, there's Breadbasket, Killer, and Fast Hands. For the backpack, you can get like Unstoppable Force or Concussion's pretty good. For the chest, probably like Entrench for some survivability or Obliterate for some damage. Those are kind of the only really good ones that I've seen so far, but again, I've only played the update for like 4 hours, so what's good is completely subject to change, and I'm sure that there's plenty of other good talents out there that I didn't mention. So if you have any recommendations, please leave them down in the comments below. But honestly, you really shouldn't get too worked up on your current build because level 32 purples are most likely going to just instantly replace the high ends that you're wearing right now, so you kind of just want to quickly piece together a few things with decent rolls on them and then just move on so that the first few levels are a little bit easier on yourself. This leads me into my next tip, which is really simple. It's just equip the new gear that you get. It's very easy to overlook gear as being like purple and just not worth using over your high ends, but honestly, the difference in base damage from like a level 30 weapon and a level 33 weapon is absolutely insane. It'll almost be double that of the level 30 weapon. Even if the new weapon that you get doesn't have the right talents, it's probably worth using just because the raw stats are going to be so high. The same thing goes for armor too, especially because the new armor values will literally end up being quadruple what they used to be once you're level 40. When you swap to new gear, you definitely want that huge increase. And if you're wearing all level 30 gear for a while you're leveling, you're just going to be insanely squishy. So definitely be on the lookout for upgrades and make sure to look at the loot that you get. Next, let's quickly just take a look at skills. I'd highly recommend using Defender Drone for more survivability, as well as it allowing you to just kind of play more aggressively, which means you can kill stuff a lot faster. You can just pop it and then kind of get like an absorb almost, and it comes off cooldown very fast. Since you can play really aggressively with it, you can just run around and kill stuff without really having to worry too much, so that's a huge time increase or time saver right there. Otherwise, the Revive Hive is a pretty good option if you ever mess up and die, which even if you're perfect, you're probably going to end up dying a few times here and there. Other than that, I haven't really played with a lot of things. The Chem Launcher is okay, but it barely heals you at all compared to what it used to. I think that the Revive Hive and the Defender Drone are just very safe options, and you can pretty much never go wrong with them. These are just what I found success with, but if you want to try out other skills, you're more than welcome to do that. Next, the specialization that I'm going. This is actually a really big thing when leveling, surprisingly. So I'm actually using Gunner. The main reason for this initially was that the rate of fire bonus you get for every kill is really strong. Your third reload being 50% faster is pretty good. You get armor on kill. All that stuff is really good, as well as the armor kit that it gives you. But what's actually the best thing about Gunner, which I didn't even think about before, is that the minigun actually just does a crap ton of damage. So if you save some of your ammo for bosses, you can pretty much just instantly melt the bosses with the minigun and just fly through the missions. And sometimes they'll have kind of mini bosses that are elite NPCs, and you can just whip out the minigun and just insta-kill them and move on. The other spec weapons aren't really going to be that great because you can't just whip it out and just kill 30 mobs. Maybe with the sniper it's okay, but honestly it just takes too much time swapping to that and lining up your shot and stuff. And even if the sniper was better, the bonuses that you get from using Gunner is overall just very well rounded and super strong regardless. So I'd highly recommend using the Gunner when leveling. In terms of the actual leveling process itself, pretty much all you do is just follow the yellow waypoints on the map, and you'll end up doing 4 missions to kill all of the warlords. You do have to run from place to place a lot. It gets a little tedious, but you end up just unlocking missions, then you do the missions, and then once you kill the warlords, you unlock the final mission. But to be able to actually go to the final mission, you have to get to level 40. So from level 30 to 38, you pretty much just follow the missions, and then at 38 is when you finish the last mission, and then you're going to want to pretty much just do like anything around the map, like control points, mini objectives, side missions. All that stuff is really fast. You could do a few of these while you're just running on your way to do the missions. That would probably be faster because you probably just run by them, and then you might like out-level the mission you're going to do a little bit, and that would help you out a little bit. But ultimately, it's only going to take about like 20 minutes to get from level 38 to 40 because you'll just do like, you know, like 5 control points and just be there already. So you don't really need to worry about that too much. I figured I'd just mention it. Another quick tip is that while you're leveling, if you feel like you need some new gear, you can instantly just fast travel to the Haven and then check the vendors and see what gear they're selling. The gear they're selling will be scared to whatever your current level is, so every level or two, I would just come back here and buy a new weapon. Currently, they're selling like an ACR and some gloves that are insanely strong, so I just came back here, picked one up, leveled up a couple times, and then came back and got another one because the base damage increase is just huge, as well as the armor increase and stuff like that. And it just makes doing any of the next missions that you're going to do or anything like that like 10 times easier. That's pretty much it though. Other than that, the leveling process is very straightforward and not too difficult. So yeah, I hope this helped. If you guys want me to make any other videos like, you know, what to do after hitting level 40, what builds to check out that you can like put together, you know, anything like that, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for videos similar to this one, and follow my Twitch if you'd like to see me play the game. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.